Hey everyone, okay, so I want to have a rant, or it's not really a rant, and I'm not going to specifically name anybody because I've got into trouble with this before. So if you could just try and refrain from trying to guess the company involved here, because it will spare me some emails of companies getting on to me. A couple of weeks, well, not a couple of weeks ago, it was under a week ago now, and I phoned my friend Matthew after this and was saying, you wouldn't believe what I just had. And I had this message on Twitter to say, would you be interested in trying these organic cosmetics? They're this, they're that, they're amazing. And I know of the brand, and so I wrote back on my timeline, look, I'm quite happy to, but bear in mind I'm a little bit critical of certain things. I use an actual database as a source of information for irritating ingredients, whether they are synthetic or plant-based. Yeah. So, and he called, and it was the most intense conversation I've ever had. And the level of push was ridiculous. And the thing that's interesting is that afterwards I Googled the company, and one of the first things that came up was the hard sell of the associates that do it. And it's a high-end company, and it was such a hard sell. And I was saying, I'm not interested in being part of the company. I'm happy to review products. And he was like, I don't want you to review products. We don't need you to review products. Vogue review products for us. We don't pay for advertising. I was like, all right, I'm just saying, why are you calling then? I'm confused because I don't want to be part of the company. And he then said, where do you see yourself in a year? And I said, well, doing the same thing I'm doing, working. I will be retired by the age of 30. And I was like, all right, okay. I mean, on his blurb, on his website, it says he's going to be retired in a year, so I guess he's succeeded more than normal. And it was such a huge level of arrogance on the phone. And I said, well, our products are completely natural. I was like, all right, okay, well, I don't really buy all that stuff, but okay, maybe they are. And I said, but the problem is you've got this product in the acne range and it's got salicylic acid in, and no, it doesn't. I said, no, it does have salicylic acid in. I have it here. It has it in. No, it doesn't. We would never put an acid in our products. And I'm thinking, I have it here. It's in my hand. I have it. So I'm saying to him, okay, it doesn't. I have it here. Whatever. And I said, but it doesn't matter that it's got this salicylic acid in because the pH is too high for it to exfoliate. We want our pHs around about 9. I'm like, why? Why do you want them so high? An exfoliant, in order to exfoliate, needs to be a really low pH. Otherwise it becomes a moisturizer. And it was so confusing, this conversation, and so frustrating. And the hard sell of it, and this, I'm rich, I'm gonna be rich. And afterwards, I went on his timeline on my Twitter thing. And it wasn't just me he contacted like Tanya and Pixie Woos and Candy Johnson, and he contacted everybody that had a relatively big following. And I was thinking, so, you know, suddenly I don't feel very special at all. And I'm not saying that the company is a bad company or that they don't make some good products. I'm just saying that it was the most hard sell I've ever experienced before. And he was so cocky and so arrogant for somebody that's sort of 28 or 27 or 28. Just so, you know, and he was like, I'm just looking up this information about the salicylic acid thing. And I'm like, well, you can look it up all you want. It's there. And of course, he then glossed over that conversation. We no longer spoke of the salicylic acid. That's in their acne product. So they do use an acid. It may be a natural acid, it may be from a natural source, but it's still an acid no matter what way you look at it, whatever. But it was, yeah, it was a frustrating, experience to say the least. Yeah, I just thought I would mention it because it's difficult sometimes. I'm very friendly with, I'm trying to build really good relationships with PR companies so that I'm able to review products honestly and at the same time not be blackballed and not have companies hate me because I may not like a product, but I may like another product. And when you don't like a product, they just don't like you. And I'm building really good relationships with people. This is a company I will not be building a relationship with, unfortunately, because Yeah, it was quite horrific for a sort of all natural, organic kind of nonsense like that. Nothing wrong with organic products, by the way, but it was, oh, he was absolutely exhausting. So yeah, I won't be naming the company or anything, but it was interesting. You can go on my timeline if you want. It's on there somewhere. Have a blast. But yeah, I thought I would share it with you. So on to you. Leave in the comment section the worst experience you've had with hard sales, where somebody has really, really, really tried to sell you a product that you are not interested in. Let me know, because I'd love to read them. Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye.